Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Can you hear the background noise? Hold on. Oh, this noise canceling filter is amazing. There's some construction going on right now, and I have the window open, and I don't think you can hear background noise. Can you tell me if you hear any background noise right now? Or okay, now it stopped, but can you tell me if you hear any background noise? All right. Okay, so, oh, you can hear the humming noise? All right, so I'm just gonna close the window. It's not that warm here anyway today. Good morning, Ali. How are you doing? Uh, all right, so what do we got going on today? What do we got going on? Okay, so, how exciting is this? Today is going to be the last stream in a series of streams that we've been doing for the past 2.5 weeks. Oh my God. Where we were doing, wait. Let me change this actually. Welcome screen. So I'm going to change this actually. Yes. Where we were doing, ta-da, introduction to parametric modeling. This playlist here. So what are we going to do today? Today I am going to... Hey, Hex. What's up, man? DJ Hex, by the way, right? I found your SoundCloud. You know I'm a DJ too, or I used to be. I don't know. I haven't practiced in a long time, but yeah, I have a SoundCloud too. If you can find it. All right. Where was I? Sorry. So what are we doing today? I need to record 2 short videos. One of them is going to be the welcome video. So like, hi, how are you doing? This is going to be an interesting course, blah, 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 whatever. And the other video is going to be just a wrap up. So saying like, oh, this was great, etc., etc. And if you want to learn more, maybe check this playlist, this other playlist, etc., etc. Now, for the second one, it's going to be pretty straightforward for the wrap up one. For the first one, though, what I would like to do is I would like to have a small PowerPoint presentation that I can click through and that I can show tiny clips of instances or moments or like, things that we recorded and that illustrate what we did in the videos. What that means is that I need to do like a quick thing where I'm going to go through the list of videos that we created. I'm going to chop them and I'm going to paste them on a PowerPoint. So it's going to be a little boring, but actually this is going to give me a nice excuse to show you a little bit of the process that we follow for editing the videos. Because we follow a very interesting process where we use a commercial video editor, but we don't render or edit there. What we do is we just generate the information and we use a Python script to cut those videos. So that's going to be I think it's going to be super interesting. But in any case, it's going to be a short live stream today because it's going to be those 2 videos, which should be less than a few minutes each, really. Hey, Dusko, how are you doing, sir? Now what? Now what? So we should just get started, right? So I guess. So for the first video, the first video is going to be the last one. So it's going to be the wrap up. Good morning, Nylan, Dusko. So the first video is going to be the wrap up video. And in that video, I would like to just go to just show here this, that you can check the live streams. We always have more stuff going on, and algorithmic modeling challenges, geometry jams, and at this point we can we have that. We have the geometry jams. And then we have learning C#. And okay, so things that I want to say. Oh, sorry, I was not showing you the actual screen. So things that I want to say. I want to say for the wrap up, I want to say thanks for watching. I want to say want to learn more. Check our what to do next. And I want to recommend people to make a project of their own. So a building, a furniture piece, a piece of furniture, an object, a pattern, a cool pattern. I don't know, something like that. And just to want to say that our practice is going to do practice makes strength. Okay, and if you want to learn more, check our channel, playlists, and then for the playlist, I want to say the algorithmic modeling challenges, maybe geometry gems, learning C#, geometry gems, and then other topics. Okay. No. Okay. I think this is going to be okay. So shall we start recording? Oh, I should have gotten a haircut for this one. Look at my hair. All right. And do we have a microphone? Microphone is good. Battery. Okay. So let's start. This is going to be the video that we're going to use to wrap up the. This is going to be the video that's going to be for wrapping up the series. Okay. This is going. It might take a few attempts because it's me. I get tangled on my tongue, in my tongue. So. Okay. Hi, this is Jose Luis here, and if you're watching this video, it probably means that you have reached the end of this series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. So, hooray! You made it! I believe that with all the videos and all the exercises that you have seen in this playlist, I think you are pretty well equipped with the tools to understand 3D geometric modeling and to understand how to create procedural, how to create parametric algorithms to generate a family of forms and to explore three-dimensional creativity using algorithms and based on parameters in a way that we have seen in this series. So this series is called Introduction to Parametric Modeling, but it actually ended up being a little more advanced than I intended initially. Some of the exercises were actually pretty comprehensive. So I think you should be good now to just go out in the wild and start doing your own parametric definitions and make me proud and make all the community proud as well. And if you're here as well, you might be wondering, what is next? How can I keep progressing? How can I keep learning? How can I do more? And I have two pieces of advice for you. The first one is, before learning anything new, just make something. Seriously, I'm going to say this again. Make something. Now go back to your computer, go back to your Rhino, Grasshopper, whatever your tool is, and set yourself up to make some kind of project, to try to put to the test everything that you have learned in this series. Because watching me do these things and like, you may think that you're understanding what's going on, but when it comes to actually trying yourself, you're going to find a lot of hurdles, and you're going to realize how you need practice, and practice makes strength. So think about what project you may want to do, set yourself up for a small brief, and then try to make it. So for example, good examples of projects that you can do with parametric modeling can be, for example, designing a building, like the way I've done in a couple of exercises. Or if you are into product design, you may want to design like a small object or even a piece of furniture. Furniture is a really, really good topic for parametric modeling, for example. Or if you're into landscape, so maybe do some kind of like nature-inspired modeling. Or if you're into graphic design, maybe you want to do some kind of nice wallpaper pattern that is like that it changes and is parametric and that kind of stuff. All of those topics are really, really good topics for a personal project. So first, try to make a personal project. That would be great for you. Second, if you get stuck into doing that kind of project, then I would like to recommend that you join our community. It's called Parametric Camp, and we have a Discord server. The link to this server is here on the channel, on the description of this video. And we have a bunch of channels where people introduce themselves, where we have a bonfire where people just share thoughts and comments and things that they have found. We have a channel called Work Sharing, and this friend Kashuki from the community, he just shared a definition that he made for parametric bricks for a wall that was inspired by one of the exercises that I did. And we also have a bunch of channels where people can post questions about vanilla, Grasshopper, C# processing, even that programming language that starts with a P, whatever, robotics, like everything. So if you have questions or if you just want to join the community, feel free to do so here. And last but not least, and there's also like a lot of other forums out there in the wild where you can also share your work and ask for help. Don't feel constrained to just this one. You can use anyone. There's a really, really large community of people who are interested in parametric design and who are interested in Grasshopper as a tool out there in the wild. And if you want to learn more, we always have the Parametric Camp channel. I'm not sure when are you watching this video, but I keep recording more live streams and I keep recording more content, and we publish it in the channel. So we have a series of playlists that you can check if you want to learn more. If you just finished Introduction to Parametric Modeling and you are new to this field, perhaps the one that I would like to recommend that you check out next is the Algorithmic Modeling Challenge with challenges, because it's a series where I set myself up to create things. For example, you've seen the Berlin Holocaust Memorial, Umbraco, and the Pearl Necklace. You saw those exercises in the Introduction to Parametric Modeling. But there are others like visualizing motions, some fractal geometries, your biscuit triangles. And I actually do these exercises both in vanilla Grasshopper and then using C# scripting, so computer code, inside of Grasshopper as well, which I think could be interesting as a segue also if at some point you want to learn really how computational design works and you want to go down a couple levels and start writing your own code and writing your own components, if that's what you want to go, which I think it would be great, but again, I would like you to practice the things that we have learned in this playlist before you actually dive into learning computer programming from scratch. But if you think you're there, then I would also like to recommend you another playlist that we finished very recently that is called Introduction to Computer Programming for Designers, where you will learn how to write computer code in C Sharp, in the programming language, from absolute scratch with no assumptions. And it's a very similar kind of spirit to the playlist that you have seen, where I mix high-level lectures with hands-on exercises. And I think it's very interesting that you use C Sharp, because C Sharp is a very good programming language if you live in the Windows environment, and because it's a very popular scripting language for a lot of creative coding environments that I like. One of them, for example, being Grasshopper. You can use C Sharp to write C Sharp scripting inside of Grasshopper and to write your own components and your own Grasshopper plugins. At this point, I have not yet made a playlist about C Sharp specifically for Grasshopper, but it's on my to-do list and it's going to be the next one that I'm going to be working on. So if you're watching this series in the future, far in the future, maybe that playlist is already there and you can find it on the channel. And I also, and last but not least, I would like to also recommend that you want to check out other channels. So for example, my friend Nono Martinez Alonso, he has a channel where he does a lot of creative coding, and specifically he does live streams very oriented towards machine learning. So if you're interested in that, this is a really good resource. Or if you're interested in creative coding using processing, P5.js, and web-based technologies, of course, you have The Coding Train by Daniel Schiffman, which is amazing. And this is basically, when I grow up, I want to be Daniel Schiffman. And he was the inspiration when I started Parametric Camp. So you should definitely check out this channel. It's really good. Okay. And then with that, I think I would like to thank you very strongly for having watched this series. Maybe after this video, you might find a few more videos if I think in the future that there was something that I missed that I didn't add. I may add it at the end of this playlist. Otherwise, thank you very much. I hope you were happy with your initiation to parametric modeling. And if you appreciate the work that we did here, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, joining us on social media, joining our Discord community, and hopefully I will get to see you in other videos. I will get to see you in the live chat channel. When we do live streams, I will get to see you on Discord, or maybe even in the physical world at some point in the future. Who knows? Thank you very much. I appreciate everything, and see you somewhere in the digital or physical space. Bye bye. Thank you. All right. I'm back. Oh. Also, when I did this, I changed. Okay. Yes. All right. Smeet. What do you mean, Ali? You know which videos I've watched? What do you mean? Oh, from my series, you mean? I guess, yeah. Uh, Andres, good morning, sir. How are you doing? And Aditya, welcome. I'm not sure if we've seen each other before, but welcome to the channel. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to do the welcome. I wanted to do the welcome video. So you know that video where good morning. Sorry, not good morning, but So the typical video where I just welcome people to the playlist. So for that, I said I discussed before how we're going to do something a little special. So what we're going to do is the following. And let me show you what we're going to do. So let me explain what we're going to do. I want to create a PowerPoint with 5-second clips of interesting moments from the whole series. So instead of going through all, I want to go through the series and I want to select 5-second clips from the videos. Now that is a really tedious process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you by doing that some of the workflows that we use for editing. Oops, what just happened here? Some of the workflows that we use for editing videos here in Parametric Camp, and I would like to do so. And I would like to show you, actually those workflows, I forgot to mention, those workflows were actually initiated by people from the community. So it was initiated by Rami, who used to help me a long time ago with editing the videos, and they were very strongly improved by Arasto, who's also helping me actively these days to edit the videos and to improve the workflows that we use. So I want to show you a little bit of what those workflows look like. So, but before that, I'm going to finish this file that I was using to cut out the 5-second clips that I'm interested in. So, so I have this software that is called Computational. Computational is like a super straightforward, no frills editing software. It's specifically designed for screen recording. So it's specifically designed to do like kind of, I'm recording my screen, I'm recording my audio, I'm recording a tutorial, whatever, and then I edit that tutorial. So I do not use this software at all for live streaming. I use OBS instead, as you may already know. But I have used this software a lot in the past, and I still use it for video editing because I think Adobe Premiere, for example, which is the standard, it's just very heavy, it's a lot, it has too many features, and most of the time I just need to throw a clip, cut it out, and then just like render a video. So I don't need like all that overhead. Also, Premiere can be really expensive actually. Camtasia is pretty cheap in a way. And I'm endorsing this software even though this is not paid promotion. I just like it a lot and I'm just showing it here, okay? So we also use this software for a reason that I will show you very soon, which is that the file format that the software saves in is actually a JSON file, which makes a lot of things very easy. So I will show you that in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish dumping the files and cutting out the 5-second clips. And then after that, I will show you a little bit of the workflow that we use for editing the videos. Okay? So I have a folder here somewhere. I have a folder here with all the videos that we have edited over the course of this series. Okay, so I'm going to start dumping them here and cutting them out. So for example, what was I doing? I was doing here, I said that here I was talking about data. So you see, I already cut like a few this morning while I was having coffee. And I got a few here, and then I use this, and then I want to now, for example, I want to dump this one here, which is about intersections. I'm going to dump it here, and I'm going to now, for example, go up all the way here. I want to find like a moment where I'm sectioning these things. Actually, now I want to show probably. Something from the beginning, most likely. Just because at the beginning, when I do the intro parts, this is where I typically So I cut here and then 5 seconds. Exactly. And so I'm going to place that in here. And then the next one is going to be what? We're going to talk about sections. We're going to talk about randomness. And I'm going to cut here, for example, a piece from the introduction where I am talking, I am making these things grow. Oops, oopsies. I am cutting this. This is, please give me 10 minutes to finish this up. It's going to be a little boring, I know, but then I'm going to show you some really cool tricks that we can do with Comptation. DaVinci Resolve, I've never seen it, but I may want to check it out. You're giving me a lot of good suggestions, Hex. Okay, so we're going to actually this one I'm not gonna use it because it's a little. I'd rather use the patch. This one. I'd rather use this one. Like this. No. I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'm going to cut it here. And so that's going to be another one. The facade with the random panels. That was also pretty cool. I think I'm going to start here. So I want to start from 0, and then I want to do that. No, I want exactly. Exactly, that's the part that I want. That's going to be here. And then the brick wall that we explode, that's also pretty badass. I was very happy with that. Here. There you go. That one as well. And then after randomness, I want also this video to be less than 1 minute because I will probably use it in to promote the playlist in what is it called? On social media, on Instagram and stuff. So we've talked about randomness. We've talked about solar analysis on meshes. That was actually not a very interesting. Wait. So. Yeah, I'm not going to add this one. So this one is not going to go. Solar analysis. I think this is probably way more interesting. Yeah, so I think. Okay, that's way more interesting, I think. That's much more interesting. And the slicer. the slicer here. That's going to be something that looks like okay, so that's going to be the G code, and then a pattern from an image. This is also kind of interesting. So maybe this one is also interesting. I think that one could be cool. It has my face on it, so of course it's great. Okay, and then this one. I think this one is cool. This one is pretty cool, actually. I wish. That's kind of unfortunate because it would have been great to. This is just too slow. I'm increasing it too slow. I need that clip to be shorter. Maybe the last part. Maybe the end. Huh. Nah, that's kind of. I'm not sure. It's a little short. Where am I? Am I at the 1 minute? All right, so I'm just going to leave it there. Okay. All right, so, okay, cool. So I think this should probably be enough. Okay. Okay, so now bear with me. So what do I have here? I have a Camtasia file that basically has a bunch of media files that are loaded in, and it has a set of tiny clips that I have extracted from several of these videos. So if I play this, you can see it's just going to go through a bunch of these tiny clips and blah blah blah. And actually, I don't care about the audio in this case. I just want to show examples of things that have happened during this. We're going to learn techniques for this exercise, such as how to take all those triangles and how to read what's going to lay them flat on top of the super interesting effect of if we have a affecting the panels in each one of the X, we're going to have some kind of notion of time, and as soon as time is from the sun is hitting the surface, something that looks like cheat code to increase the resolution of how many circles we're using that we will be able to project, which is going to be the. Okay. So that would be the video that I'll probably do for. That will be the video that I will probably post on social media and stuff. And then the thing is, think about this. I have an editing software here. So I could just go here and share, produce the video, and then create an MP4 and the video settings, whatever. And actually, let me type here 60, and then audio settings, no audio. And I'm going to put this on the desktop. And then the software will render the video, right? And we will, because it's just a 1 minute clip, it's going to be super fast. So we're actually going to, am I still online? Yes, yeah. So we're just going to do this for the sake of seeing, okay? So, all right, so now I have, the file has shown up here on my desktop, and then boom. And I actually removed the sound so we can't hear any sound. Oh, actually, oh, what is going on? Oh. Okay, so remember to myself, I need to move myself to the other side of the screen. Actually, it's probably not too bad that I'm doing it here, because maybe when I show this video, oh, interesting. This is kind of fun. Okay. All right. Well, you got the video. You see, you get my point. Now, the thing with taking a video and rendering video from a video editing software is that because you're basically giving the video a second round of rendering, you are changing the quality of video, and quality of video never goes better than what the raw recording can be. Any kind of modification that you do, any kind of re-rendering, is always going to be lossy. It's always going to make the video a little blurrier. It's going to lose quality, and very often it also increases actually the size of the video, which is kind of paradoxical, but it is what it is. It's part of video encoding. Is a really, really complex topic that people are still doing a lot of PhDs on. So what we do here in Parametric Camp is that we designed, with the help of Remy and with the help of Arasto, we designed a workflow that is specific to the video that we edit here in the channel, which is, we basically, the only thing that we do, we don't add overlays, we don't add text, we don't add fancy effects. The only thing that we do is we take a video, we cut it, and we rearrange the clips. It's a very simple editing process. And because that's the only thing that we do, we found a way to do this in a way that is lossless, in a way that is exactly chopping the parts of the video that we want and rearranging them. And because it's just cutting and pasting, there's no need to re-render the video, okay? There are a lot of nuances to that. It's not as simple as I explained, but it's the general idea. And the general idea that we do is that here I have this file, the Intro to Parametric Modeling video file. I have the file that is somewhere, where is it? Intro to, where did I save this file? That is a very good question, right? Save as, oh, it's in the root folder. Okay. So I'm just going to take this file that is on the root folder, and I'm just going to close Camtasia. I'm just going to move it here to videos, and then it's going to be here, and I'm going to open it again with Camtasia. Okay. I'm also going to open Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to put it here on the side. I'm loading the file, etc., etc. I'm loading the project. Come on. I'm waiting. Okay. All right, so I have the file and everything is loading correctly. Fine. But now, what's very interesting is that if you think about it, this file contains, the project file in Camtasia, contains the information of which files I am loading externally and what kind of clipping have I done, where did I cut each one of the videos, and how did I lay them out here on the track. So all that information is embedded in the project file. Turns out that different video editing software, they have different ways of storing that information, but Camtasia has a really nice way, which is it stores information inside of a TSC project. So I don't know, Camtasia project, I don't even know what TSC stands for. But even though that is the extension of the file, and you can see that the file in my system looks intro to parametric modeling, blah, 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 summary video. If I drop that into a editing software, you can see that this file is actually a file that I can read because it has text. It's not a binary file. And it turns out that what it contains is a really interesting thing, which is it contains a JSON file. And if I actually said here that instead of using plain text, I want to use JSON highlighting, you can see how the content of this file is a pure JSON file that contains a lot of information about the clips and the files that we have used. And this one is a fairly large one because it has a lot of stuff. But what this means is that this file is very useful to extract information from the file and to extract information from the file about the clips and the time. So for example, you can see that here there is one file, the source file is this is the size of the clip. You can see that the range of the file is this, probably measured in milliseconds, right? And the sample rate, etc., etc. You can see also another file that we loaded. So these are the source bins, and then the timeline have one track that has like 59 seconds of duration, and it has like this video, this one, it has this audio, this one, it has this video, etc., etc. So this information is very easy to parse with a script in order to extract that information. So what we did was, with the help of Rami and with the help of Arasto, we created this file called Camtasia 2FFmpg. This is a Python script. It is a Python script that it has it's a Python script that can take a JSON file as an input. And then what it does is it goes through that JSON file and it starts getting information from the JSON file. So for example, which version it is, which of the client, what is the edit rate of the video, information from the timeline, from the amount of scenes, which tracks you're loading, and then information about that. And then after it does that, it calls a file. It generates a file with the instructions for a command line software that is called FFmpg. So for example, I'm going to go here, I'm going to open a Windows terminal. And if I zoom in here, you can see that in my system, because I installed this thing called FF re-encode video, you can generate video from frames, it's a lot of things. And I am planning on doing a short playlist at some point about using FFmpg because it's super, super cool. I use it all the time. Nono, my friend Nono, also loves it. We're both like geeking out with this a lot. So what the Python script does is it calls FFmpg commands to take the source videos, to clip them out into smaller clips, and then once you have all the small clips, then to compose that video into the edited version that Camtasia has. So how does that work? So let me, for example, go here to videos, and I'm going to open a Windows terminal here, and then I am in the folder that contains all these files. So the Python script is called Camtasia FFmpg, so I'm going to call Python, and I already have Python. What is the version that I have? I already have Python 3.9 on my system, so I don't need to run on Anaconda environments, whatever. So I'm going to call Python, I'm going to call Camtasia to FFmpg, the Python script. But if I do this, it doesn't work because it requires a file to process. So I'm going to call the same, and I'm going to call, for example, intro to parametric modeling summary video. That is the file, the Camtasia file that I want to process. And as I do that, you're going to see that something is going to happen. Here, I am getting a lot of files that were generated, and you can see that I now have an MP4 file that was generated almost instantly. That was generated almost instantly here. And you can see that this file has that you can see that actually something went wrong. Something went wrong. What went wrong? Summer video facade. Really? Am I getting problems with this? Am I getting problems with that? Okay. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to close this facade with parametrically optimized windows, but now the Camtasia file, I'm going to change. I'm going to edit the intro, and I'm going to say facade. Now, so I'm going to replace all instances of the okay, what am this? I'm going to replace all instances of this with all instances of this, and I'm going to say yes and yes. Okay, I'm going to save this file, and if I open it now on Camtasia, I think it should be good. FFmpeg sometimes has weird problems with characters, with non-standard characters. So let's see. I'm going to clear this up. I'm going to open Camtasia again, and I can see that this file is good. Facade with blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me try again now. Then Python, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I don't have any error now, which looks like the problem was. And I want to overwrite this. Yes. Okay. So you see that now I have the file. And it's a little longer for reasons that I'm not going to explain now. Okay, yes. All right. So that is working. And maybe what I do is I can just do the intro, but I can just do the render version anyway. Okay, so the only thing that I would like to do is I would like to show you how when I run the program, okay, so you can see that it generates a lot of intermediate clips. So can you see all of these clips here? These are the clips, each one of the individual clips that I had here, the 17 different clips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create myself a new folder somewhere. I'm going to copy them to this folder because I want to use them in my PowerPoint. And then when this is asking me to rewrite, I'm just going to rewrite this file, and that's it. So this is, in a nutshell, the script that we use. There's like a lot of details and things that I'm not telling, but it doesn't matter. It's we may just make a video at some point about we may just make a video at some point about the actual the whole editing process, etc., a bit more specific. But I just wanted to show you in general the way this works. Now I have as a byproduct of the process, I have all these videos that are the tiny clips that I cut out for the social media video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a quick PowerPoint presentation where I'm going to I'm going to paste all these videos. So I'm going to do PowerPoint and then a blank presentation. And yes, I don't want anything here. And then I am going to paste this video here. And I want the video to be the playback. I want to loop until stop, automatically, no volume, etc. And then I'm going to now see if I can, I cannot replace that. I wish there was something to just replace video. Playback, play duration, insert captions. So no, it looks like I'm going to have to manually add all the videos. Of course. Okay, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. We're going to do that and then we're just going to record the video. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, let's just do this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way until 17. Okay. And then I'm just going to do this and then snap this in here. I wish there was a way to automate this. Automatically and mute. Actually, sorry, that should be here. And here, third video, here, and then, all right. This is boring, very boring. How is everyone doing? And you're welcome. We can have a little bit of chitty chatter while I finish this. Because, I mean, it's not gonna take me much. But how did you like the playlist? Or the series, or the course? I don't even know how to call it anymore. Did you find it useful? Were you okay, so browse. Okay, so I'm going to save it in the desktop. Intro to parametric modeling, for example. Did you find this useful? Did you like it? Did you learn anything? Were you Grasshopper users and you learned more with this playlist? Were you fine? Did you learn more by watching the playlist, even if you knew already some of it? Did you find cool new applications? Did you understand data a little bit better? I tried to make a really good case about data problems. In my experience, is one of the biggest hurdles that Grasshopper people encounter when they first start using it at a more comprehensive level, because, and I mean, and it's nothing to blame. If it's the first time you're doing computation, if it's the first time you're working with data streams for creativity, it's very natural. That is not something that is natural to you. So yeah, I'll be happy to take feedback, suggestions, and also for reference, I will be starting a new playlist very soon. I think we have on the Discord server, we have a running poll for topic suggestions. If you scroll up a little bit, we have a poll. Arasto created a poll for people to vote on what they wanted to have as the next playlist. So I think right now C# programming within Grasshopper is kind of the runner-up or the winner, the most popular one. I think the second most popular one is a physics simulation environment. The third most popular is, what is the S-Cube? Unity for visualization. And then completing the intro to parametric modeling, that we have finished. Yoo-hoo! Right on. So if you want to come and vote, you're welcome to go there. Right now, C# for Grasshopper is winning. So it looks like that's what I will be doing next. And I also want to do Git at some point very soon because I'm going to need it for my teaching as well. And that one should not take very long, hopefully. Okay. And then this one. And then why do all the videos have this weird on the side? They're not, okay, fine, whatever. Then this one is going to be, mute here. You folks are a little quiet today, huh? What's going on? Are you sad that we're done with Grasshopper? Don't be sad. That means that we're going to be starting with new stuff. That's going to be exciting, right? Okay, so let's try this out. So if I now go full screen here, I have myself. Wait, let me move myself away from the screen. So I can now scroll the next one, the next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. Yes. I wonder if I should stay here when recording this. I wonder if I should stay here because otherwise, if I am here, then it's going to be kind of confusing to have the two people. You're not going to know who's talking, kind of. What do you vote? Should I overlap like this? Or should I do like a double when I record the video? Should I do like a double Jose Luis? Huh? I'm open to voting here. Double trouble? Double trouble. We have a vote for double trouble. Okay. Okay, so let's do double trouble. I'm cool with that. Amiguito, what does that mean? That means double trouble? That you want two Jose Luis and one? Okay, we can do that. Okay, so let me write a couple notes of what I want to say. Okay. All right, so then let me move myself to double trouble here, I guess. guess that's what I'm doing here. Should I make myself bigger? Oh, wait. No. I want to, wait. So, I see. So I had this that I could turn off and I had this other one. Okay. Okay, fine. I can do that. I can actually have triple trouble. Triple trouble. Okay. All right. So then what we're going to do is I'm going to go from here to here, and then this thing will be playing as soon as I switch. This thing will be playing as soon as I switch, and then I can go. Okay. I can play this. Okay, but I will be here in the meantime. I think it's gonna have to be stopped. Okay. Actually, I don't like this video. I think I should. Sorry, I'm going to change something. I just had an idea of something that I want to do. So I don't like this video actually. So I'm going to go back here. Where are the videos? I'm going to go back to the videos. Yeah. Yes, I want to do like a little bit of that. So I want to show like a little bit of the sketching kind of situation. So I'm going to clip this out here. I'm going to curvature that is continuous across all the surface. For each point on the surface, we will always be able to find a perpendicular direction to that surface. I wonder if I want to capture that moment of drawing. Is that of any interest at all? So if I place now that clip right here and I extend it, yes, I like that better. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so this is going to be the file, and then what am I going to do? I need to open the terminal. I need to render the video again. Okay, and it's giving me, I'm going to replace this video here. Yes, and I want to override this video, but I don't really. So now I also want to create this video. Okay. And I'm going to, yes, I want to overwrite that. And then here, I'm going to replace this one with this one. I want to talk a little, I want to show at least one video where I'm doing some drawings. And this one is one of the few that I kind of accept. I'm not sure that I like it, but I accept it. Okay, and I'm going to minimize this. I'm actually going to take it somewhere else. Okay, this should go here into the parametric modeling, and then the video, the full video is this. Yeah, I like that. Intro to parametric modeling. Yeah. Okay. So if I now run this, oopsies, what have I done? If I run this, it should be good. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm ready to record the actual video. Should I say my new series? Or should I say welcome to this series, Introduction to Parametric Mod? All right. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. Hi, this is Jose Luis, and welcome to my new series called Introduction to Parametric Modeling. Starting over again. I want to talk about parametric camp as well. I want to say parametric camp. Hi, this is Jose Luis, and boom! What is going on with me? Oh God. Okay. Okay. Manage vocabulary. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. So let's try again. Ooh. Let's try again. Hi, this is Jose Luis at Parametric Camp, and I would like to welcome you to my new series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. This is the first video in a playlist where I have created a set of, what have I created? A set of content, I was going to say. Now, what I have designed a journey that will walk you, what I have designed a curriculum that you can use to learn the art of creating 3D form with algorithms. We will be Hi, this is Jose Luis at Parametric Camp, and I would like to welcome you to my new series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. In this series of videos, I would like to walk you through the art of creating three-dimensional form using algorithms. And I have designed a curriculum of videos where I will start from the very basics, absolutely no assumptions. I will start starting over. Okay. Starting over. Hi, this is Jose Luis here at Parametric Camp, and I would like to welcome you to my new series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. In this series, I have designed a curriculum to walk you through the art of creating three-dimensional form using algorithms. So this isn't going to be an introductory playlist because I will make no assumptions whatsoever about what you know, and I will teach you all the basics of how to think about geometry, what kinds of geometry types we can manipulate, what kind of elements, blah, 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 bloop, 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 bloop. Hi, this is Jose Luis here at Parametric Camp, and I would like to welcome you to my new series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. In this series, I have designed a curriculum to walk you from the very beginning and from the very fundamentals through the art of creating three-dimensional form using algorithms, using computational rules. And it's going to be an introductory playlist because I'm going to make no assumptions and I'm going to start absolutely from scratch. I wanted to say that we were going to be using Rhino and Grasshopper. So starting over again. Hello, this is Jose Luis here at Parametric Camp, and I would like to welcome you to my new series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. In this series, which is a playlist of videos that I have designed to walk you, no, over again. Hello, this is Jose Luis here at Parametric Camp, and I would like to welcome you to my new series, Introduction to Parametric Modeling. In this series, I have designed a curriculum that I would like to use to walk you through the art of creating three-dimensional form using algorithms and using rules. And the software that we will be using in this playlist is going to be Grasshopper, which is a visual programming language for the 3D modeling environment called Rhinoceros. It's going to be an introductory playlist because I'm going to assume that you know absolutely nothing, and I'm going to teach you all the basics and all the fundamentals that you need to learn in order to understand the fundamentals of modeling using parameters and using rules, and at the same time using the particular software that we will be using for these videos. So what can you expect to learn on this series? Well, first of all, I will talk a lot about the different types of geometry that we can manipulate. I will give you very, very specific lectures on NURBS geometry, which is a very popular model for free-form modeling. And we will use everything that we have learned to generate form and generate geometry that derives from the properties of NURBS geometry. I will also teach you more fundamental geometry types, such as, for example, vectors, such as, for example, planes and their relations to NURBS geometry. And I will teach you how to, for example, use vector algebra and use vectorial relations between geometry to do things such as, for example, modeling out of NURBS geometry or doing things such as, for example, solar analysis and calculate the incidence between different geometrical forms. So no, I missed that one. I will all. Oh, no. This will be especially important when we do exercises where orientation in three-dimensional space will matter a lot. On top of that, I will talk a lot and very extensively about the topic of data, how to manipulate, how to control, and how to tame streams of lots of data. And in particular, I will show you how data is handled in different environments with a lot of emphasis on Grasshopper and in particular, data trees, which are the structures that are most common inside of Grasshopper. And for examples, I will show you how to model complex three-dimensional structures so that we can understand the problems of matching different elements with each other and how that has repercussions in how we model three-dimensional stuff. That will also be applicable, for example, to exercises of triangulations of complex surfaces and then laying out that geometry flat so that we can 3D print it, we can laser cut it, we can draft it, etc. We will also learn how to do those techniques, for example, with intersections so that we can generate, for example, programmatically all the sectioning of a building with some kind of freeform geometry. On top of that, I will teach you a lot about how to manipulate, how to create, manipulate, and control randomness in a way that it has some kind of meaning, and very often it represents some kind of the variability that is present in the natural physical environment around us. We will use that, for example, to mimic physical effects, such as, for example, this idea of the grass blowing through a field, or, for example, to create patterns that incorporate this notion of controlled randomness inside of them. And we will also kind of have a little bit of fun by creating, for example, simulations that have some kind of physics logic. For example, the randomness of how a brick wall can explode from a center point, for example. And we will also talk about other geometry types, such as, for example, meshes. I will show you how to work and manipulate and what are the fundamentals of mesh objects and how we can use some of their properties, for example, for visualization, such as this example where we used meshes to represent the incidence of a virtual sun on top of a surface. And we will also learn techniques that are very common in fabrication processes, such as, for example, slicing an object for 3D printing and generating a set of commands that looks like G code, which is the programming language that 3D printers use for 3D printing objects. And we will also learn very fun techniques, such as, for example, extracting color data from images and using that color data for generating patterns that we can laser cut or that we can etch, or how we could, for example, from a height field map, from a grayscale image representing height, we can recreate that height, that topography, and then we can do sectioning, we can do isocurves, and we can plot those in an XY plane. So that is going to be, in a nutshell, what you can expect from this course. What do I want to say now? I want to say the whole like subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I want to say if you're not on the playlist, look at the link in the description to find the link to the playlist and follow the videos in sequence. Follow along with your own Grasshopper and doing exercises. And I hope you have a lot of fun and all those things and you learn a lot. The way this series is structured is on a playlist. If you're not on the playlist right now, then you may want to check the the description on this video. You will find a link to the playlist. And my invitation is that you follow that. If you're a complete beginner and you have never touched Grasshopper, then that you follow that playlist from the beginning to the end and that you follow along because it's going to be a combination of lectures, high-level lectures, and a combination of practical exercises to illustrate the examples that you will learn. So my recommendation is that you have a couple screens, you have the video on one screen, and then you have Grasshopper and Rhino on the other one, and you follow along and you try things on your own. Okay? And And if you think what you learn is cool, maybe you want to consider liking the videos, you may want to consider subscribing to this channel, and you may want to turn on notifications to know when we publish new videos and also when we go live, because all these videos that you're going to see in this playlist have been recorded live in the presence of a lot of my friends in the community that were actually giving me suggestions and on the live chat and made the videos way better through their live input. So you're more than welcome to join the community on our Discord server as well. And less blah, 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 and less more learning. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you now go into the playlist. I hope you have fun. I hope you learn a lot. And I will see you in this journey through parametric modeling. Thank you very much and see you on the videos. All right. Okay. So are we done? Is that what I hear? Oh God. Are we done? Oh, sorry. Ah. Okay. So okay. All right, folks. We're done. This is it. We finished the playlist. Choo, 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 choo. I mean, I still have to do a lot of editing and publishing, and like it takes a ridiculous amount of time. It takes almost as much time as recording the actual videos. That's an exaggeration, but it kind of does. So I think I'm going to lock myself up today. Just get all the editing done, all the publishing, whatever, and you can expect the videos to release one per day so that we cover all the summer, I think. And I'm going to take a few days off, so you can expect just to see me back live streaming by the end of what are we doing today? What is it today? It's June 2nd. So I will be back probably in a couple of weeks. Okay, so you can expect some more streaming in a couple of weeks. Okay, but in the meantime, cafecito celebration. Exactly. In the meantime, I will be available on social media. I will be available on the Discord server, and I hope you enjoyed the work that we did with this playlist. And there's more to come, a lot more to come. And I think that more to come is going to be a playlist dedicated to learning C# inside of Grasshopper. Okay, that's going to be it. Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure. Well, it sounds like I'm shutting down the parametric camp. It's not going to, it's just I'm taking a couple weeks off, okay? That's the only thing that's happening. But then I will be back and full throttle, and then we will start kicking ass again this summer, okay? Well, thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for being there, and see you on the next live streams at some point. Bye-bye.